Hi, my name is Monte Tilgner with the Iowa High School Athletic Association. This will be the first training video for the 2024 season. This video is going to focus on the positioning and mechanics of all positions for all types of plays that we encounter during a game. It's an excellent video for newer officials, but also one that would be great for all officials to watch as a refresher as we progress towards our 2024 season. Let's get started. First, we have a free kick play, and just a reminder, we're tweaking this just a little more this year, but the back judge, you are to be on K's line up here at the 40-yard line, and make sure all players are ahead of the 35, and then you officiate for a possible offside by the kicking team, and that would be a dead ball foul if so. Also, you need to be aware of a one bounce pop-up kick, and if that one bounce immediately in the ground goes up above the kicker's head, then you have a dead ball foul. Treat every kick as a pane of glass like it would be an onside kick, but if that ball is kicked deep, then you're going to allow somebody to be breaking that plane as long as they're not more than a yard or so downfield before you would have offside on the kicking team. After the kick's been made, the back judge will diagonal onto the field, and we'd like the back judge to try to get to the 50-yard line, so 10 yards downfield, diagonaling hard, so on a good run into the 50, and then you will officiate plays from the middle of the field out towards the numbers on your side of the field. And as a back judge, you're our last line of defense, so you have the goal line and a long return. So if you feel that receiving team player is going to break it, you need to be getting back towards that goal line. Umpire, we're going to change things just a little bit for you this year. We are going to have you diagonal onto the field, but you're only going to go about 5 yards downfield, so from the 50 to about the 45. And you will officiate the second wave from the middle of the field, again, to the numbers on your side of the field. Very important thing is if the ball is coming towards you, like between the hash and the sideline or between the top of the numbers and the sideline, do not move to the sideline. Move more towards the middle of the field, even if you end up more in the middle of the field than the hash. That's important that we have that inside outlook, and knowing that our line of scrimmage officials are going to be coming up the field. As an umpire, you are not responsible for the goal line, so you can allow players to go by you like on a regular scrimmage play and officiate that play from the backside. Our wings, you will start out the goal line, but remember, we want you to know the depth of that kicker. So if that ball is consistently landing at the 20-yard line, before the kick, you can start at the 10 and then just hold there. Ideally, we want you 5 to 10 yards behind whoever fields the kick. So if they're kicking that ball and that ball's landing at the 10, then we want you on the goal line pylon, just like this official right here. But if it's going to land at the 15 or at the 20, you can move up. The wings will wind the clock on first touching of the ball by either team after it's gone 10 yards. Watch for blocks in front of the runner, and you have progress on the runner if it's on your half of the field. Referee wants you on the goal line, and do not wind the clock when that ball is first touched, but let the wings do that, and you watch for blocks in front of the runner and slowly trail the play as a referee. All right, for a regular scrimmage play now, our basic positioning, start off with the referee. Your pre-snap is you're going to signal that you have 11 offensive players with the umpire. You're going to key the backs pre-snap, and then at the snap, you initially have the block by the opposite tackle and also your near side tackle. Biggest thing is that you focus on the bigger threat of those two tackles, but you pick up anyone who breaks through the line of scrimmage. So if this guard right here on the defense would break between the center and the guard and be threatening your quarterback, you would pick up that threat, as that's more important than watching a good block by one of the tackles. You stay with the quarterback until after the pass, and he's no longer threatened. And we'll talk about running plays upcoming. Umpire, you're going to also pre-snap 11 with your referee. Position a yard or two behind the linebacker, preferably a little bit opposite side of the referee. And the most important thing is you can see the ball. So this umpire is a little deep at about 10 yards. 7, 8 yards is a good position to be in, but you need to be able to see the center. Your keys are the guard, center, guard, and you're going to focus on the biggest threat to foul of those players, and you will release any player who gets more than 2 yards in the offensive backfield, because you know that the referee is going to pick up that potential blocker. Wings, very important that we want you off the field no matter where the ball is, no matter where the players are. We want you off the field with your toes on the front of the white, and you will punch it back if the outside receiver is off the line of scrimmage. You will ensure that there are no more than 4 players in the backfield pre-snap. Know the strength of formation and who your receiver keys are. And pre-snap, you're going to watch for false starts by the tackle, the guard, and the center on your side of the line of scrimmage. And then you're going to watch for encroachment by the defense on your side of the line of scrimmage as well. Back judge, you are responsible for the 11 count of the defense. Start at 25 yards and always in the middle of the field. Do not vary outside the middle of the field, even if the ball is snapped from a hash, even if there are no players on that wide side of the field for receivers. Teams will run receivers all over the field, and we want you to be in the middle where you have the best angle to see all that action. Find the strength of formation. Remember, if the strength of formation is balanced, then by philosophy, the strength is to the line judge's side. So your key is the widest receiver on the strong side, and if there are trips, it is the outside 2 receivers. Read the guard on the strong side for your run pass read. So we'll continue to talk about how the movement of these officials on these next couple of plays. Back judge, on runs up the middle, focus on any lineman who comes out to block the linebacker, which you're going to see in this play. Wings, if it's a run between the tackles, hold the line of scrimmage. Watch blocks until the runner can foul or be fouled, and then focus on the action around the runner if the run is on your side of the center. Don't move until that runner is 3 to 4 yards downfield, and then trail the runner and get a forward progress spot. This will be the case on all first and second down plays. Third and fourth down plays will change this mechanic, and we'll illustrate that on a coming play. Very important that you get the forward progress spot. This runner gets stuffed 2 yards behind the snap, and he never breaks free of this contact. So the next snap should be at the negative 48-yard line. We hold our spot, and you can see this line judge here has the forward progress spot hanging. So this guy never broke free from that contact that continued to drive him backwards. Once there's more than one runner or one defender on that guy driving him backwards, we can get on our whistle and shut that play down. But this line judge holds the line, and he should hold that spot and keep that spot, because our headline judge mistakenly goes back further and is going to not give that runner the forward progress that he did earn. The line judge down here should get on the 0-2-0 and say, I've got the spot. I've got progress at the 48-yard line. We make an error in our decision here, and we go back and let the headline judge take this spot when we had a better spot by our line judge. So we want to give them all the forward progress that they got. All right, on this play, if we have a sweep, an option, a pitch, a quick pass that comes right at you as a line of scrimmage official, do exactly as this headline judge does, and go 3 to 4, 5 yards back in the offensive backfield, and watch for maybe a forward backward pass, blocks, and then you have a better angle to watch those blocks, and then you can let that play get behind you and trail that like all other plays. So you can see right now he starts getting back in the offensive backfield, and he's got that forward progress spot hanging at this point, and now he comes up and we'll get that spot. That's exactly what we want. He'll square that off and take that spot right there. So anytime, if it's a first or a second down play and that ball comes directly at you, you back up 3, 4, 5 yards in the offensive backfield. If you are the backside wing, you can hold that line of scrimmage. You do not have to go back if it's going away from you. All right, this is a good example of what we want to do on a drop back pass. So on a drop back pass on first or second down, mechanically we want our line of scrimmage officials to hold the line of scrimmage until receivers in your zone release further downfield, more than like 10 yards. And then if that's the case, you're going to release downfield with them. You can peek back if your receiver is free of foul and peek back at that quarterback and then go back and focus on those receivers. So we'll watch this play develop, and it's excellent work by our headline judge top of the screen. Referees, the best place really to be is on the edge of the free blocking zone if you're comfortable being, not as wide as maybe you have been in the past. And this way you know where the edge of the free blocking zone is for intentional grounding. We'll cover that a little more detail in our referee specific training video. But if the quarterback goes the other direction, you can't be on both free blocking zones same time. So if he goes the other way, if he goes 3 hard steps, he's going to be outside the free blocking zone on that other side. So if he rolls to your side, simply back up, let him go in front of you, and then trail him to the sideline. If he rolls opposite you, you're going to have to go with him. So this is exactly what we want from our referee on this play as well. Back judge, you're going to start at 25 yards in the middle of the field. Like we said, you're going to find your strength. In this case, you would have the 2 outside guys. Read the guard on the strong side. He'll help you with your pass or run read. Don't get consumed by watching your initial key if he's not a threat to be fouled. There's no one pressing these guys, so you can definitely peek into that guard and see what's going on. And the longer the play develops, the more you have to continue to backpedal because someone is going to be going deep on a long developing play. So you can see here the one thing our line of scrimmage official at the top of the screen does an excellent job of is, even though he hasn't moved downfield yet, you can see he's opened up and he's watching his receivers here. And then this receiver is going to turn upfield. And when he does is when he starts to flow downfield with him. And then you can see he'll give a peek back at our quarterback and see what's going on. Our referee did a good job of letting that letting that quarterback go in front of him. And then our referee can see is trailing the play. And now on the pass, our headline judge again is focusing on the catch, no catch, and is going to get this out of bounds spot. So that is exactly what we want. At the end of the play, since we're more than 5 to 10 yards downfield and we're outside the hash, our back judge is going to come. He's going to stay outside the hash until the play is over. Then he's going to hustle in, help clean up players, and then he's going to get that ball, relay it to our umpire. Umpire, you can stay at the hash and just come straight down the field and get that ball from our back judge. All right, this is definitely a point of emphasis for this year. Saw it last year in our training videos throughout the year, but especially in our games in the semifinal and championship games in the Dome. We're going to try to make it a little easier for you with a little catchphrase on what we want you to do on 3rd and 4th down plays. So our little catchphrase is right here. 3rd down flow, 4th down go. Meaning on 3rd down, you are going 3rd and 4th down, that line to gain is the most important line. That's what we call our money line. So as I talk about here, on those plays, the money line is line to gain. So we need to move towards the line to gain at the snap. So 3rd down, we're going to flow. 3rd down flow towards the line of gain at the snap, and read the play. But we want you to beat, oops, sorry, I don't want that arrow there. We want you to beat any runner that gets to the line of gain. On fourth down, we're going to go. So fourth down, go immediately hard or to the line of gain. Be waiting for them if they get there. And if they don't make it there, then you just go back to the dead ball spot and square it off. So you will not see exactly what we want out of this official at the top of the screen. We didn't quite have that same mechanic last year. We talked about more when it was 3rd and 3, 4th and 4, but we're going to change it and put a little more priority on releasing to that line of gain on 3rd and 4th down. So he starts to flow, continue to flow towards that line of gain, and you can see if he was at that line of gain, and if our line judge was right here at this line of gain, he'd be able to make a great ruling on the forward progress of this catch. We do get a good progress spot anyway with this. You can see we get a great crossfield spot here by our headline judge, and our line judge can just come down and get the spot turning and looking downfield after he clears up these players. Most important that we let those players clear, and then you can see he's doing exactly what we want. Once those players are cleared, he's looking across the field for the spot that he's got from his crossfield partner. So excellent job on that play. Okay, when we get to a scrimmage kick, a punt play, referee, you're going to position yourself 3 yards deeper, 5 to 7 yards wider than the punter. You're going to focus pre-snap on the shield for any false start action. Rare that would happen, but after the snap, you're going to focus on blocks on and by the guys in the shield. Remember, contact to the plant leg is roughing because you have a better chance of injury if they roll into that plant leg. You could blow out a knee or break a leg, something like that. Contact to the kicking leg that's up in the air is going to be a running into foul. And then if they would forcibly run into the body of the kicker, you could have roughing. If it's just slight contact to the body, then you could have running into. On the return, as a referee, you need to widen your vision, watch for blindside blocks and other personal fouls, kind of like the back judge on a regular scrimmage play. You will have the goal line on a long return. Umpire, we're going to try and make this even easier for you this year. Listen to a podcast from a umpire who was in the Pac-12 and now in the Big Ten, and he talked about finding that safe zone closer to the line of scrimmage to then be able to pivot sooner and see the blocks by those second and third wave guys in the middle of the field. So position yourself just behind the linebacker. If there's no linebacker, get yourself about 5 yards behind those guys on the line of scrimmage. And then after the snap, find a safe zone where you can step up even closer. When that second and third wave passes you, you're going to pivot and you're going to watch for blocks by the second and third wave in the middle of the field, and really looking for holding by the return team and block in the back and blindside blocks. So again, we'd like you to start out right in this position since we have a couple linebackers there, and then at the snap, step up. This is going to allow these guys to pass you when they're going a lot slower. You'll be able to find a gap, and then you can pivot and watch the action a little sooner. As this one develops, you're going to see that our umpire is back. He's back at like 12 yards here, and the guys are running a lot faster when they go by him, and if they run into him, it's going to cause more of a problem. So wings, what we want you to do, as you can see by the arrows, we want you to get a long ways downfield. Line judge at the bottom of the screen, you are going to release hard downfield at the snap. Most important thing that I saw when grading or evaluating our games in the dome, especially, was we need to make sure that you know that your back judge is watching the return man for a fair catch signal. He's not watching any blocks, okay? So that means that you need to watch the 1 or 2 guys who are on your side of the field, what we call the gunners, and you need to watch those guys for a hold by the return team, a block in the back by the return team. Do not watch the ball as you go down the field. Do not watch the return man. Okay. Headline judge. We're going to just delay you just a little bit, but not quite as long as what the mechanic book talks about. You're going to delay until you see that kicker gets the snap. When he starts to take a step to make the kick, then you can turn and you can go hard. And again, you're watching those one or two players on the outside for those illegal blocks. Do not watch the ball. Do not watch return man. Back judge, you're going to position just off the shoulder of the return man on the wide side of the field, about 7 yards behind him. There's two returners. You're going to split them and be about 7 yards behind them. Pick up the depth and the direction of the ball initially, and then you need to focus on nothing but the return man for a fair catch signal. If he signals for a fair catch, you're the only one looking at that. You need to see it. Move opposite the returner to get yourself in good position. He moves right, you move left. Try to get yourself where you're about 5 to 7 or that should be 5 to 7 yards wide and 5 to 7 yards behind him at the catch. And you are ruling on KCI. That's kick catch interference. If anyone gets and impedes the opportunity for him to complete that catch, you would have a flag down. Your line judge or headline judge could take you off that if someone is blocked into that return man. Very important that you drop your bag at the yard line that returner possesses the ball for if we would have a post-scrimmage kick or PSK foul, and you do not beanbag a muff, only possession. After possession is when you will release to watch blocks ahead of the runner, and you do not have forward progress on the play. That will be our wings. So this illustrates where we want our wings to be looking at. We should be looking at the potential for a blindside block or a block in the back here, and we definitely have chase mode block in the back possibility here. This one's in a little better position to not have a block in the back, but that's who we should be focused on. Our umpire, you can see, is way back here. These guys are going to run and almost run into him. If our umpire had stepped up to this position, now he can turn and he can be watching these blocks instead of having kind of to avoid those guys. All right, so if our umpire was here, he'd be in great position to watch these blocks in case we would have a hold here. And again, as we're coming downfield, we're watching these blocks. These guys are definitely in chase mode where they could block in the back. This defender here, or this returning team player here, is in much better position. Back judges, remember, we want you 5 to 7 yards deep and 5 to 7 yards to the side. In this case, that ball's being caught. The 15 are inside. Goal line would be a great place to be. But here we're straight lined. We can't see very good angle. So I'd rather have you over here at this position where you can have a better look at that return man. All right, when it comes to this another punt play, just reminder, this is excellent position, starting position by our referee. Umpire again, this case there's no linebackers. Creep up here about 5 yards, and then after the snap up a little more, find that safe zone, and then you can pivot and watch those guys as they go back. Wings, again, you're going to release and get downfield as far as you can. On the return, if it's to your side, you will watch for blocks in front of the runner after he possesses the ball and the action around him. You would forward progress. If the return is to the other side, you're going to be watching for blindside or blocks, illegal block in the back, holding blindside blocks, and especially watch for anyone who's got that brick in the hand that they could commit a personal foul for a blindside block. Here we have a takedown. This occurs downfield, so we got to know. In this case, we're scanning the field. This is our most downfield guy for our headline judge at the top of the screen. Our line judge, we don't want you looking at the ball. We want you looking at this action right here. This would be a hold. And remember, our back judge is not going to see this. The ball's in the air. Our back judge is going to be focusing on that return man. So this hold here, right here, you can see there's our takedown. Okay, so we have a hold while the ball is in the air. So a hold during the kick. So this is going to be, and this is just a reminder, staying the whiteys go downfield. This is going to be a hold during the kick. So when you report this foul to the referee, you're going to want to say that this is holding return team number 22 during the kick, and that will get everyone thinking that we have a post-scrimmage kick foul. It's going to be forced from our dead ball spot, or where that ball is picked up by the return team. If the ball hits in the white, the back judge can go get the spot. If the ball goes out of bounds, beyond the white in the air, do like this back judge does. Come over the sideline, and the referee, you can see, has his hand up, and he's going to line that back judge up. And when that ball crossed that sideline, the referee's going to chop down, and it's going to stop that back judge coming up the field. Our last one is our PAT or field goal plays. This is excellent position by our referee. If we have a left-footed kicker, 5 yards deeper and about 7 yards wider of the holder, focusing on the kicker and holder for roughing. Line of scrimmage official, you're going to have this entire line of scrimmage because we have our other line of scrimmage official who is back here underneath the upright with our back judge. Very important that you remember that you have that entire line of scrimmage. You got to be looking through. If they on this side know that there's no one there and they try to get an early start, we need to have you be looking all the way across and shutting this down for encroachment on the defense. After the kick has been made and is in the air, we want you to crash in and help shut this down with our referee and our umpire. And then it's important that when we come out, we step straight out. We do not want to step out and angle and signal, good or no good at an angle. We want to step straight out like this official does. Hold this signal up long enough that our referee can clear the kicker and he can see that it's good or no good. And then our referee will turn around, and this is the only time that we will do this, but our referee will signal to the press box. All right, those are our most basic mechanics for refresher course for all officials, and a good illustration of the mechanics and the most basic mechanics that we want for our newer officials. Other preseason videos that will be coming out for training, there will be a specific video coming out for all positions. So one coming out specifically for our referee, one specifically for our umpires, one specifically for our wing officials, one specifically for our back judge officials. Those training videos will focus more details on what we should be looking at, what we should be doing on all types of scrimmage plays. We'll go a lot more into depth in things and focusing on the types of fouls that you will see at those positions. I think it's a great idea for every position to watch the videos of all the positions, especially referee. But we really want you to have a good understanding of what everyone on your crew at their positions is kind of supposed to do mechanically and what they're supposed to focus on, and that's just going to help you develop better as a crew. So hopefully you'll watch this, watch it more than once if you would like, but if you see this on our YouTube channel, give it a thumbs up, and this is our first training video for the 2024 season, and we'll have some more preseason ones coming out. Look forward to talking to you again soon.